what's poppin'? It's your midday queen, E.C. Shaw, preparing to be get shook because I got the man from the 305 going all the way live this weekend at Uptown. My friend Marvin Dixon. What's poppin', King?
I'm wonderful, Queen. How you doing?
Awesome that I got you here in the building.
Y'all got a little money now. You're doing TV,
You know,
podcast, radio, hosting.
We got to take it up another notch.
You ain't wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with doing it.
Speaking of you doing it for a minute in comedy, how do you keep your content so fresh? And is there a topic, especially the political arena that we're in, that you won't touch?
It depends on where you at. If you're in certain areas of the country,
Yeah.
don't do no jokes about Donald Trump.
What would that be?
Certain the west coast of Florida,
Yeah,
Fort Myers area and all that, don't do nothing.
You would know as a Floridian.
Trust me, don't do none of that. Them little outskirts of Tennessee, them smaller, don't do no jokes about Donald Trump.
Dang.
Just say, please vote and keep it moving.
Right.
That's it. Don't do no jokes. I seen the best of them crash because they tried to do jokes about it. Just leave it alone.
Well, I know we're going to see the best of what you got to bring because, after all, it's Labor Day weekend.
Yes.
You got 2 and 2.
Yes,
Started-
2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
What can we expect? Some folks that are in town or hadn't heard about Marvin Dixon, what's your sitch on this Labor Day weekend as far as your comedy special?
I need people to come on out. Great time because I have a logical way of thinking. I always say some people like R&B, some people like hip-hop, some like gospel, some like heavy metal, but everybody love to laugh. So come on out and get your laugh on, man. I keep fresh new jokes, current stuff that's going on, talk about my true life, what happened to me in my life, and I just make it funny. I add a twist to it and just make it humorous.
Yeah, I always love how you tie back in your hometown. You don't never forget about that 305, that Miami all day. What is something unique or special or funny you find about Miami or just, Miami life? Right.
We have the craziest crimes. I don't know what it is with Florida.
Right.
The state of Florida have crazy crimes.
Like what?
Give you example, something that happened recently. A girl, got beat up by her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Got beat up. He went to jail. She bonded him out.
Wow.
She wanted to drop charges. Okay, the judge let him out. He let it go down to a misdemeanor, domestic violence, and you got to come back to court. He jumped on her again. Went back to jail. Now he got no bond. She got him a lawyer. He went to court. Guess who he came to court with? His new girlfriend.
Stop it.
And then the girl got up in court and said, I ain't paying for the lawyer no more. It's too late. Like, that's the dumb stuff Floridians do.
Right.
Like, a man beat your butt twice. You bond him out, get him an attorney.
Right.
And then turn around, he bring his other new girlfriend in.
Yeah.
So that's kind of dumb stuff Floridians do.
Right. So I know this political arena is on everybody's tongue and water cooler. How do you make it light when sometimes it could be heavy and you really want to go on your attack? Do you keep it neutral or you say who you with and what you for?
I keep it neutral, but I'm not going to say who I want to win, but I know she's in a organization that wear pink and green.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying
that's a big clue.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't know what the others would, but I just want I really want to see Black Queen in that position.
Right.
I really want to see that.
Yeah. Well, we definitely need some forward momentum.
I live to see Obama.
Uh-huh.
I want to live to see a Black Queen.
Right. Can you imagine? This is just history either way. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So you've been making so much history through your decades. I mean, not only are you a comedian, you're a writer, you're also a radio personality. When you get on the stage and you're dealing with all different, like I know we're in Atlanta.
Right.
Do you pivot or is there something off-putting that you don't say, or what? How do you relate to different audiences, different states?
Every city I go to, I always make it a straight. It's just in my DNA. I have to watch the news for 2 hours to learn what's
Our
going
local
on
news.
in that city. I
Right.
look at every city I go to. 2 weeks ago, I was at Martha's Vineyard. I watched their news there. Everywhere I go, I see what's going on in that city to get at least 5 minutes
Right.
of what's going on.
Right.
So that keep you current, and they understand what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because some places are just local jokes.
Right.
That only the locals know. I've done a show one time in Virginia, and this comedian was saying some jokes. I'm looking like, well, what the hell is he talking about?
Right.
But he was talking about all stuff happening in that little Virginia town he was in.
Yeah.
I never heard of certain streets and areas he talked about, but he was killing with it.
Right.
And that's what I started doing. I said, I'm going to watch news, start learning some local stuff, and then keep on top of their stuff so I know what's going on in their area.
Well, you always stay on point because your energy, you talk about
Got
me.
to.
I mean, you stay like on 10.
Hey, gotta pay. I gotta pay bills.
You do definitely got to do that. So, speaking of which, we got to make our folks laugh out loud right now.
Yes.
And let's see what we're working with Marvin Dixon with a little taste of what you're going to get at Uptown this weekend. So, if you were superhero, comedic superpower, what would it be?
If I was a superhero,
Yeah.
I would say Flash.
Flash.
Yeah,
Flash, like quick flash.
all of it. Flash, because you could do something, and you can snatch some money and run and be another town.
Be another time. No, that's
So
right.
Flash.
So, if you could have a comedy roast with a historical figure, it don't have to be a comedian. Who would it be, and what's your opening joke? A historical figure, whether it's George Washington or George Bush. I don't know.
If I had a historical figure that I could roast,
Roast.
it would be Red Fox,
Okay.
my favorite comic of all time.
Yeah.
And what I would really get on him about, people don't know this, when he did Sanford and Son, what I love him is when he got his first TV show, he brought in the people he felt deserved a break, which you don't see happen a lot now.
Yeah.
He brought in Whitman Mayo, who played Grady, LaWanda Page, who played Aunt Esther. Those are people he traveled with and worked with all the time and said they deserve a break. I'm going to show him props for that, but I'm going to get on him. Red Fox was the only entertainer. When he got paid every week, NBC had to bring him his money in cash.
Stop it.
Every day in cash. I said it had to be in the 70s. Because you know them jack boys be waiting for your behind.
Right.
Right, in cash.
Run me my money.
He got that. That's how he got in trouble with the IRS. He got the money in cash. Every
show.
Friday come, before they taped on Friday. They rehearse
Right.
3 days out the week. They do the readings one day, Monday. They rehearse Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they tape live Friday.
Right.
But Friday, when they come in, they had to have his bag.
Crazy.
In cash.
Crazy.
The first person ever to do that.
I know. I can't believe that.
In modern times since banking.
Right.
He want all his money in cash.
Okay. Happy heavenly to you, Red Fox.
So that's why I get him on.
I know that's right. And lastly, let's see. What's the weirdest or most memorable fan interaction you've ever had?
Ooh.
Because you've traveled plenty of cities for plenty of years.
The most memorable fan interaction.
It could be good or bad or just odd.
It was a young lady. She worked for an airline.
Yeah.
And she said, hey, I know you travel a lot. I have buddy passes. That's what they call them, buddy passes. They call them companion passes now. She said, I got my buddy passes. I'll sell them to you. I said, okay, how much? And she was about $75 or something back then per buddy pass. Okay. Then she did it once. Then she did it next time. And then I hadn't seen it in a while. Then she popped up. She said, hey, I got these for you. I got 10 buddy passes. And I say, 10, I don't have that much on me. She said, no, that's for you. And I said, when you want me to bring you money, next week you're going to come get it because I did a regular comedy week in Miami. She said, no, that's you. That's my gift to you. You don't know how much you meant to me in my life. I said, what do you mean? And she said, I'll tell you later. But I didn't talk to her. And I hadn't seen her for a while. And I seen a friend came in about 6 months later. I said, what happened to your girl? I ain't seen her, man. She gave me them buddy passes. She said, Marvin, she died. I said, she died? What happened? She had brain cancer. And the doctor gave her 2 months to live, if that, the maximum.
Right.
She ended up living 8 more months, and she felt, because of her coming to my shows, made her life
longer. Wow.
And that just meant so much to me. Like, this lady was going, you know what kind of pain she was going through?
Right.
To be sitting in there laughing. That's why I tell people, comedy is it's a medicine.
It is.
You don't know what people are going through financially, physically. You don't know what they're going through emotionally.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're going through, and your jokes can make them feel good at that very moment. That's why I say my favorite thing about doing comedy. At that brief moment, I made your day.
Love it.
That was my most memorable.
Okay, well, you landed us. We ended up on a teary note on that.
I
note.
cried
I was
too.
like, that's deep.
I cried too.
I love it. That's one thing I love. Music and comedy, universal language.
Yes, it is.
That's what it is. What you got on deck next? Where can we follow you as we wrap up, Marvin?
Follow me on Instagram at the real Marvin Dixon. Dixon is spelled Dixon. All right, don't be spelling the other way. It's Dixon. Marvin, the real Marvin Dixon, on Instagram. That's the main thing I really go on. But I'm traveling all over. Next this Sunday I'll be in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Then after that, I'll be in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Then Tallahassee, Florida. And then I'll be in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale.
Doing the daggone thing. Yes, King. And shout out to you doing the Wednesday Wines down in East Point.
Yes.
Okay.
I was blessed to be able to host the largest event in Atlanta, surrounding areas. The Wednesday wine down in East Point. It was 12,000 people the last one, the end of season. 12,000 outdoor event. And it's free. You got just enough money to go.
Wow. Well, hopefully you bring your butt and them same 12,000
Yes.
this weekend. 2 shows Friday, 2 on Saturday, uptowncomedy.net. Thank you, the incredible Marvin Dixon.
Thank you, Queen.
That's what it is. LOL right here on Classix 1029.